Every time it flares up in the Middle East, there is somebody somewhere in the UK saying, right, we'll take everyone in. Let's take them in. Let's open the doors. Let's welcome them. They're displaced people, the refugees. Oh, my bleeding heart. Help these poor people. These people are part of the problem. They really are. Because there are people like me who don't want mass migration to this country. Immigration's fine, as long as you contribute, you integrate, and you obey the law. Don't expect the country to bend over backwards for you. You bend over backwards to your country, in words not too dissimilar from JFK. It's not what your country can do for you, it's what you can do for your country, or something like that. That's what it's all about. People like me work. I've served my country. Others like me, I've got a part-time job. I'm retired effectively, but I still pay my taxes. I want those taxes to be spent wisely. I don't want £8 billion of my taxes, our taxes, to be spent on housing illegal migrants. I really don't. And why the hell are we taking all these migrants anyway? There is a reason why surrounding Islamic countries around Palestine and Israel, they're not taking people from Gaza. There is a reason, because they don't know who the hell they're bringing in with them. The trouble, ISIS, Hamas. And by the way, Gaza, they voted for Hamas as their government. That's a fact. And when that government sends fighters over the border to Israel to kidnap, murder, maim, brutalise, terrorise Israelis, because it's in their policy, they don't want Israel to exist, what do they expect Israel to do? But the mainstream media, the celebrities who signed that letter, was it 1,000 British celebrities saying they don't want Israel to stop their war crimes against Gaza, etc. These people don't live there, they don't understand. I don't live there, I don't understand fully. Nobody from outside that area does not fully understand what's going on there, because it's a mess, it's a jumbled mess. It'll take a few lifetimes to sort out that area, I think. It really will. There is one solution, but it'll be a final solution, and that's a solution which will hurt people who don't want to get involved in this shit. I'm talking nuclear war. If Benjamin Netanyahu drops a nuke on Gaza, then everyone gets drawn in. And I appreciate there are people on all sides hurting because of this. People in Gaza, I was going to say Philistines, but they're Palestinians, they're Palestinians. Palestinians, Israelis, who want nothing to do with this shit, who just want to live together, happy as Larry, and just forget the religious bullshit. Forget Hamas, Islamic radicalism, nothing to do with Zionism. There are victims everywhere. But why the hell should we take these people in? Net migration in this country is massively high. Thousands of people are crossing the channel illegally every day on their little dinghies. We have to house these people. We're spending billions of taxpayers' money on these people when that money should be going somewhere else. Countries on its fucking knees. NHS on its knees. Social services, schooling, class sizes are huge. And then, of course, there's the NHS. And bringing in more people here puts massive pressure on everything and on everyone, and everyone suffers. And it's okay for the refugees welcome lot. It's okay for people like unelected Scottish First Minister Hamza Yousaf to say, well, bring them all here. We'll open our arms, we'll open the Scottish doors to them, the borders. But it won't ask the Scottish people, there won't be a referendum. When it comes to importing a huge influx of people, foreigners with their foreign values, traditions, cultures, languages, it affects here, and I don't want that affected. It's not racist to think so. I'm not racist, I'm not xenophobic. I want my British culture, language, people's history to be preserved. That's all I want. What is bad about that? And I'm hated for it. I'm compared to Hitler for it. I'm called a Nazi and a fascist for it, but I'm neither. I am nothing of the sort. I really am nothing of the sort. I'm just concerned. Look at the thousands of pro-Hamas supporters in London the other day, celebrating the Hamas terror attacks and mocking the Israeli dead and kidnapped. That's what they were doing, effectively. And yet some guy stood there with a Union flag, got arrested and carted off by the police. And when it comes to politics, there is no alternative. All right, okay, if you're going to vote for reform, they're saying that they're going to do this, that and the other, but I don't trust Richard Tice. They will get infiltrated as well. And not many people will vote for them. Britain First, in the recent by-elections, they beat reform, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I'm only human. But look at the alternative. You've got the Tories. They've had 13 years to sort this out, nothing. And we've had 2 unelected prime ministers. Both were wank. Rishi Sunak is a wank prime minister. He's going down. Well, not going down to jail. He should go down to jail. But he's messed up. And then the alternative is Labour. Labour have said they'll bring in more migrants. You will have basically socialists in power. And they have said they will criminalise people using the wrong pronouns, for heaven's sake. Our prisons are full. Judges are going on about releasing rapists, sex offenders, to make room for more people. And they'll be replaced by people who misgender trans people. It's upside down, isn't it? Left is now right, up is now down. Cats and dogs living happily together. Mass hysteria. To quote Bill Murray out of Ghostbusters. It's crazy. Britain shouldn't have to take in more refugees, illegal migrants, economic migrants. We can't deal with it. It's nothing about skin colour, nothing about racism. And I know there will be people on the fringes saying, yeah, we don't want that sort here because, you know, they're that skin colour. But that's not the majority of us. We have valid concerns. Our reasons are true. And it's about the preservation of this island, collective nations. We have fought for centuries amongst each other. Amongst the Nazis, the real Nazis, World War II, through history, British blood, Scottish, Welsh, Irish even, Ulster, English. Our blood is seeped into this soil, and we simply can't allow it to be forgotten. They're changing our history. The BBC's doing that. The mainstream media's doing that. They're changing our history. They're putting people of different cultures, different lands into British history where they didn't exist to suit the narrative. You see, this is all to fight for. This is all to fight for. My grandfather's brother, little brother, was 15. He lied about his age to go and fight in World War One, and he died. Got shot by the Germans, by the Hun, in Belgium. That's where he's buried. I never visited the grave. David John Parry, God rest his soul. But because of who he is, his demographic, what he fought for, what he did, and why will be forgotten, and the narrative will be changed. Because there are people who, amongst us, hate us. That's the sad fact. That's what it's like. That's the truth. And I don't want that. Why can't people of other cultures, other faiths, other traditions, with their own history, languages, why can they have all that protected whilst ours gets basically raped? Why is that? You've got to ask these questions. And that's why I'm doing this subtly. You have to, because if I didn't do this subtly, my channel will be gone. It's okay for you lot to come into the comment section and say, Paz, you're not saying the right things. Well, there's a reason. There is a reason for that. If I said it your way, you come onto my channel, Reverend Simon Sideways, we got a problem, we're on politics and others. Andy the Gabby Cabby, absolutely average. We've got to be careful what we say, otherwise we'll be gone. Why say one thing aggressively and be gone when you can say many things subtly and still be here and people still know what you're saying and understand your message? It's a game. Social media is a game. The people who run this social media, apart from X, thank God, are the blue hair types who hate people like you and I. And the narrative is, bring all these migrants in. That's the narrative. That's the play. Bring them all in. It started with Blair. Open the floodgates in order to piss off the right. That's the reason they did it. New Labour, him, Gordon Brown. That's the reason they did it. And it changed Britain forever. I don't want Britain to change anymore. I really don't want that, and I fear for our people. I really do fear for our people. So no refugees from Gaza. Because if the Eastern Islamic nations around that area aren't taking them in, there's a reason. Then why the hell should we? It's just stupid, isn't it? Absolutely stupid. It's stupidity. There needs to be peace talks, same as the Ukraine and Russia. Stop the warmongering, go in there, peace talks, force these people around a table. It's the only answer. And I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate there are people on all sides who suffered because of this. There are Israelis, Palestinians who want nothing to do with Hamas, Zionism, terrorism. They just want to get on. These are the people we should be supporting and using to as the building blocks of a safe place for everyone there. Get rid of the extremists, lock them up, whatever you want to do with them. It's the extremists that are the problem, and it's affecting everywhere. It's affecting there, it spreads to here, and then it's like a cancer, isn't it? I've ranted for 12 minutes now. I do apologise, and apologise again for showing my face. I'm really sorry. But there we go, that's life, that's YouTube. I wanted to see who I am from time to time. And there we go. Hope you like. Please comment, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And till the next time, Roger Trout.